Hey guys, it's your girl Boonie, and welcome to The Breakdown, your YouTube headquarters for all things responsible and ratchet. Hey guys, it's your girl Boonie, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakdown. I am so excited to finally get started in doing some videos with you guys. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. I hope that you like and subscribe to our page. You can follow us on all social media. All the links are in the comments, and you can do all that fun stuff later. While we're here, this will not be a spoiler-free review. So if that's what you're looking for, then go ahead, pause this, like it, come back to it after you watch Netflix's Sex Life series. Gotta be honest, I hadn't even heard of this show. The reason why I ended up watching it was because I was on TikTok, so follow us there at the Boonie Breakdown, and I saw the challenge going around on TikTok where it was like, film your honest, immediate reaction to episode 3 at the 19-minute mark. So I was already had this anticipation of what's gonna happen then. So that's what I was looking forward to. But I had heard nothing about this show before this TikTok challenge. So shout out to whoever created that, if that was Netflix, the producers, the guest on the show, the artists. Genius, because I probably would not have watched the show otherwise. Now, there will be spoilers. Like I said, I'm gonna try my best not to blow the whole thing out of the water, but I'm gonna try to do an honest. And if you do not know me from a can of paint, I try to be as honest as possible. I unfiltered, but I'm gonna be a little filtered since this is YouTube, and we try and get this ad money later. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button again. All right, let's just hop right into it. Overall, after watching the first episode, nothing about my show, nothing about that episode made me want to keep watching, right? Like, I legit was like, okay, maybe. The acting was a little, I don't think the characters were hot enough to be like, ooh, it wasn't turning me on or anything. So I was like, all right, I'm literally only going to keep watching at least until episode 3 at the 19-minute mark. We're going to talk about that mark a little later though. So that was my hook to keep watching because I had seen enough of those TikTok reaction videos. Now, I will overall say it was an enjoyable watch, but it wasn't a good show, if that makes sense. Like, do you follow me? Like, the show itself was not good. But I'll watch season 2, and I binged it all in like one weekend pretty much. But it was something I watched. First thing that annoyed me, and this is so petty, but sorry, the child actor who played the son, no. It was just like, why did he have to speak? It was just so robotic. Like, was it a producer's child or something? Like, I know there are better child actors than that child. And then maybe too, people may not have wanted their child to be in this type of role. I don't know, on this show. Who knows? Also, the other things that bothered me, the fashions. Sasha, BFF, dressed a little bit better. But Billy is supposed to be like, had a hot girl life. Then she settled down and moved to the burbs. But they kept going back to that bullshit pink pleather jacket. Like, that was her freakum dress. That pink jacket, when she put it on, she got the hot girl superpowers. And that's when she lived this saucy, spicy, sexy lifestyle. I guess, but was not impressed. So hopefully in season 2, they get a bigger budget. They can expand the attire a little bit more because she looked like a farm wife to me for a good portion of the show. Like, nothing about it. It was just like, okay, we see your nipples again. But I mean, the attire wasn't hitting for me. So I got the petty out the way. In terms of the plot, why didn't Billy... Okay, let me back up. So we see the husband reads her diary on her laptop. I didn't know people actually type diaries on laptops. I mean, I don't. I have a journal. I'm still old school, pen to the paper. So I was like, okay, cool. She's in the 21st century. Got it. He read it the first time. And then they had a very passionate scene on the counter. After that, weren't you compelled to then put a password on your computer? Like, we wouldn't have a whole series if sis had Touch ID. And her MacBook is new. Like my new MacBook, she ain't had Touch ID. She ain't put no type password. That her husband just kept calling her, keeps opening the laptop and reading everything. Like, sis, or at least password protect the file. You just type all that out and just close the laptop. Nobody does that in real life. That bothered me. Like, why isn't the laptop locked? Like, why is it not locked? Next thing that I wanted to hit on. These are just all my random thoughts. We're just gonna splur them out. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this in 10 minutes. She watched her sexual flame. I can't even say it was the love of her life. They had a true physical connection. So she watched that person have intimate relations with her best friend on FaceTime. She watched her best friend, okay, have sex with the person that she is the most intimate, passionate, intense physical attraction to in FaceTime on real time. And he told you he was going to do it. And you watched it. That would not have been my reaction, ladies and gentlemen. That would not have been your girl's reaction. I would have hung up at least. But back it up. When I would have found out that my homegirl Sasha was with him, we would have had a problem then. That would have been the first time we would have had a problem in our friendship. Because you knew what this man meant to me, and you still proceeded to have a physical relationship with him. I have a problem with that. On my podcast, I've talked about it, the Boonie breakdown, and my friends in real life know there are a few people on a very short list that I would have a problem if my close friends then developed relationships with them. And all the rest of them, I don't care. But that list, they're all well aware of who those people are. This your homegirl. Y'all like this. Y'all like this. And you go over there and he's in her apartment. And then later you watch them have sex on FaceTime. And then she told you to your face, had she known you were watching, she would have did more of a show. Is it me? It can't just be me, ladies and gentlemen. I legit just was like blown by that storyline. Also, the boss, I can't remember her name, but she's the Asian woman who was the partner at the husband's firm. And I have to say, I want more from her. I liked the role that she was playing. She gave him the key to the apartment. So maybe in season 2, we'll get a little bit more from her, because she was definitely throwing it. And I appreciate it. She's like, I don't break up happy homes. A hoe with morals. I appreciate it. I don't break up happy homes, but let me know when you're unhappy and I'm in there. So I do want more from her character next season. Now, can we talk about Trina? I can't remember her husband's name, but the coworker, Trina. So they're at the swingers party. Yes, I gotta blink like this because this is how I was when I was watching it. Like, what's going on? And in watching that scene, Trina, if you go ho. And I'm not saying people who attend swinger parties are hoes, but I think she had an agenda of she wanted to secretly be with Billy's husband, and she took it. And I was upset with Billy, but I understood where he was, not Billy, the husband. I understood where he was coming from in that moment because he was angry. He wanted to get back. He's like, I'm finally trying to give you this life that you wanted. And now you're saying no. And I think in that moment at the swingers party, when she's denying it, he realizes it may not just be the lifestyle and the life that she's missing, but she actually misses this person. And so to watch that scene, I thought, to me, that was probably one of the best scenes in the entire series, is at this swingers party, because you saw it in his face, especially when Trina's like, I will go down on you right at this very moment. And she does it in front of everyone, in front of your wife. I thought that was literally the best scene in the whole series. It was the most complex of character development. And I get it. Not all TV shows are meant to be these complex, series, and you appreciate for what it is. And I did. Like I said, I finished the series. I'm going to watch season 2. But I do recognize that it's not that good of a show. Maybe a guilty pleasure, maybe more so of a soap opera type-esque. Yeah, like a soap opera type-esque. But it was what it was, right? And we got through it. Now, we're going to talk about episode 3, Mark 19. So, homeboy came up in there, okay? He came in there and showed everything. Now, this is a true spoiler. So if you want to watch it later and you need to go and stop, pause, even if you're not going to go watch it, go to episode 3, Mark 19. We have Cooper is following Brad through the gym, trying to get the nerve to confront him about who are you? I know my wife wants to deal with you again, etc., etc. So he does all this. Now this is why you don't go looking for shit. Because you will find things that you don't want to see. That's why you don't search through phones, you don't follow people, you don't go through people's email inboxes, you don't read their journals on their MacBooks, because you find out things that you don't want to find out. So since he wanted to be big and bad, he followed Brad through the gym. They go get in the shower. They're in the shower. They're soaping up. All right, they're soaping up. And then slowly we have Brad starts to turn around, and we have a full frontal scene. Now, first, I want to applaud Sex Life, because so many times we get these shows where women and femmes do full frontal scenes, okay? And we don't even get a shadow of a penis, right? Like, nothing. And so I applaud for at least this scene, we were able to have some full frontal nudity. Now, that thing swung low. It looked heavy. It looked girthy. And my reaction was, then we paused it, and I went to the screen like this, because I wanted to see if it was a prosthetic. Then I paused the episode, and I Googled and was able to quickly find out that it was indeed not a prosthetic, and it was the real deal. So I was going to have a little poll, let me know in the captions, are you Team Brad? Are you Team Cooper? I was Team Cooper for a long time in the series. I was. But I feel like Cooper has to do full frontal next season for us to fully see where we stand. We have to compare apples to apples. Brad threw the meat literally on the table, soaked it up. It hung low. Okay? So, right now, I'm Team Brad. I do wish Brad was a little hotter. It's the same thing I felt with Christian Grey when they casted that character for the movies, but he grew on me throughout the series. But for that piece of grade A meat alone, It don't get much better than that. So, Billy, I think we had to see Brad's meet to understand why she was risking it all. Why was Billy going crazy doing all this? Why was she still sprung on a man that she hadn't been with for 8 years? I think they said she was digmatized. That is the kind of meat that will get you digmatized. Got it. Totally understood. It made sense. But I still don't understand why Homegirl did not put a password on that computer. I still keep coming back to that because we wouldn't have a show. Like, if she just had a password, then he couldn't have kept reading everything. Problem solved, right? Anywho. But the last point I do want to talk about before I wrap up this video, because it went a little longer than I thought, is like, I think the biggest question that I left walking away from the series was, can you have it all in relationships? Do you have to choose the stable, steady, rigmarole life? We have the house, the 2 kids, the car. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and give up your career to have that quality of life? Or do you just have to get the passionate, fun, never gonna settle down? And I think that was where I kept going back and forth. Like, can you have it all? I think in the show they mentioned the thing, but we've all, maybe not, the 80-20 rule, that you're only going to get 80% of what you need from one person. And so it's like, what can women have it all? I love the show showing women in control and being sexual beings and casually having sex, because we don't get that messaging a lot, that, women always have to be in a relationship and all that BS that we're fed. So I did appreciate that about the show. But it really did have me questioning, like, is this the takeaway? Can you have it all? Or do you have to choose? Or do you have, I won't give the spoiler, the cliffhanger. I won't do that part in my spoiling. But, or can you be like Billy, right? Who makes a decision that she does at the end of this season. And so that was the enlightening part that I tried to pull out of binging the show. But I really, really thought it was a good guilty pleasure watch. Totally a soap opera. We're not getting Emmys and Golden Globes off of this show. No one's walking away with that. If they do, I'd be pleasantly surprised. So again, I look forward to hearing your thoughts and comments. So please leave a comment on this video. If you enjoyed, please like the video, subscribe to our channel. And right now, my podcast is out of season, but we'll be coming back with all new episodes of the Boonie Breakdown podcast on Monday, August 23rd. You can also listen and subscribe and follow to that at thebooniebreakdown.com/podcast. It's on all podcast platforms that you listen to your favorites on. So I hope you check us out there too. Again, thank you so much for listening. Oh, and I sell merch. So if you like this shirt, it's Millie, Kim, Foxy, Cardi, and Megan. You can head on over to thebooniebreakdown.com/shop and get you one. All right. So thank you guys so much for listening. And I can't wait to hear what you guys thought about Netflix's sex life.